There's this new movie coming out that I'm really jazzed about. The Hitler movie.
What's it called?
It's like Johnny Rabbit or something. I'll find it.
I thought you were going to say Johnny Depp as Hitler.
He's walking around like he's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit.
What makes it interesting?
It's full of music.
Yeah,
like the trailer is literally a music video.
It's a Hitler music video.
Well, the trailer is it's written and directed by the guy who made Thor Ragnarok, whose name is
T.T.
unpronounceable.
Yeah,
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi, and it looks fucking hilarious. It looks to me like it's. I try not to watch too much of trailers, but it looks like it's going to focus on this child who's in the Hitler Youth, and he's being trained to. He tells his friend, he's like, "Oh, I'm a soldier." They have British accents because it's silly.
Yeah,
I'm a soldier. And his friend goes, "But you're 11." He goes, "Oh no!" And so like they're at like Hitler Youth camp, and who shows up but Hitler himself? And he's like running with the kid, like having fun with him during the training. Like there's a scene where the kid throws a throwing knife at a tree, it bounces right back and hits another kid, and like stabs the kid in the thigh. It looks really.
This is good. We haven't really explored the comedic aspect of Nazis yet.
Not thoroughly, no.
Right? It needs to be explored.
Inglourious Basterds.
It looks like a lot of fun. I'm really jazzed about it. Speaking of Inglourious Basterds, let me see when this comes out.
This is the same guy who's in. Have you guys seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Oh shit, it's out. I gotta find this. I did, and I really liked what we do in the Shadows. That was a weird vampire movie.
Yeah, this is very funny. This is like he's like the guy who walks through. He's like, and this is Victor. He is 7,000 years old. He's like, and he just opens the tomb and gives him a chicken that he eats. No, Peter.
I've been watching a lot of Deepfakes.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite, my favorite one I've watched so far, I think, might be Adam Sandler as the Bear Jew.
That's a deep fake. I'd like to see that.
You remember the scene where the Bear Jew comes out of the tunnel and he's like hitting the bat on the wall, like cock, cock, and then he comes out to finish off the Nazi like sergeant or whatever. Like he's coming, but he's making Adam Sandler goo goo gaga noises, like. And when he shows up, they do such a good job. It's fucking Sandler. It's let me see if I can find it. It's probably a fucking music video too.
Deepfakes. You know that a lot of politicians are secretly stoked on deepfakes because they're like, oh, thank God when that comes out, I can claim deepfake.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't me molesting that kid on Little St. James Island. That's a deepfake.
There was a stat that came out that said we had more governors with blackface than we had black governors, and I'm like, I wonder. Snopes is like, yep, that's true.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
we have more Canadian prime ministers in blackface than we do.
It's full of music, but you can just see from that screen shot right there that like that's fucking and it makes me wonder how he would have done. I think Eli Roth maybe plays the Bear Jew in the movie, but I would have taken Sandler. Sandler's got a new movie coming out where he looks unrecognizable.
Is it like a drama that he's?
Yeah, it looks intense as fuck.
Last thing under his little search is grown-ups. Oh, Gems. Uncut Gems? Is that it?
Yes, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems looks insane. It looks like a real like fast-paced.
The only thing the Jewish community likes Uncut.
It looks like it's going to be really good. I want to see that too. I'm looking forward to some new movies coming out. I really enjoyed going to see what was that movie that we all watched recently? Joker. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed going to the theater for that. It'd been a while since a decent movie, or at least one that I was interested in, had come out that I felt was.
Yeah, there's Endgame.
I think we watched this trailer on.
That was the
PKA
one before that.
recently. Yeah, because this looks good. I know I've seen this trailer. I'll see this.
Yeah, I saw that was in the previews at Joker. That's where I saw the preview the first time. So yeah, I'm definitely down to see that.
I could see Joker again. That movie was so good.
Yeah, I've told everybody I know. If you want to watch it, let me know. I'll go again. I'll take you. Whatever. Let's do it again.
Huh.
So if I missed anything the first time,
Yeah, for sure.
that's gonna be one of those Blu-rays I definitely purchase right away.
It's still so funny that people are ruining those stairs for everyone who lives around them. Like the Joker dancing down the stairs.
I looked at the Joker reviews. There were actually a lot of, like, it seems to be not a love it or hate it movie, but it's definitely a love it or like it movie. You know, there are a lot of people who thought it was a little one note. Like, I thought I was going to be the only one. That wasn't the case.
No, I like that.
Maybe. I never really read reviews of movies. I just kind of watch the trailer and see if I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like to form my own opinion. I like to, I like to look at the reviews and see if it's going to be a real stinker or not. Because like the two movies I just mentioned, I'm going to watch regardless because I think I can tell that these are going to be good. Just reading these books by their covers, I suppose, or not so much. You see the trailer, you see a lot of it, but sometimes I don't know, and I like to see like, is it a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes? Because that might be telling. But some of my favorite movies have really low Rotten Tomato ratings, and I think they're really high, well respected. Like whenever I'm on the movies subreddit, and someone will ask for a good like sci-fi horror movie, everybody's always recommending Event Horizon, and then you look at the Rotten Tomatoes for Event Horizon, it's like 30%, something like that. It's real shit.
What's your guys? I mean, I don't. One is hard. What's like in no particular order? Top 3 movies all time, and if it's a series of movies, just name the series so you don't have to split it.
Godfather 2 is my number 1. The Shining is number 2, and 3 is probably Shawshank Redemption.
I struggle with recency bias a lot when topics like this come up. You know, like the first one that popped in my head was Endgame. Like I really, really like that movie, but is that just recency bias? You know,
maybe, yeah. Like, try like think about like you as a like kid or a young man, like those.
Okay, like old school Star Wars, I liked a lot, but I rewatch them and I'm like, oh, this was actually slower paced than I thought it was. Like it was better in my memory than if watching what I'll call the 4th one, which is the oldest one. Yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was at the time.
Yeah, they're pretty garbage.
I would say the Lord of the Rings, American Psycho. I really like The Thing.
Ooh,
that Carpenter movie.
Yeah, John
Carpenter movie.
Kurt Russell.
Of all the horror movies I've ever seen, I think that's my favorite one because it does a good job of usually I love thrillers, but I like the horror aspect. And a lot of the time, the thrillers you see that are really good aren't very scary. It's more just like, what's going to happen next? What did they just discover? Where are they moving? What have they just got? Like that kind of thing. This is like a thriller horror that genuinely is scary and keeps you on the edge of your seat. So
The Thing is an excellent movie. John Carpenter made a lot of cool movies like that. I like the music. I like the setting. I like all the characters. There's a lot of good character actors in there, but the practical effects steal the fucking show. The practical effects in that are amazing. There's no CGI. It's fucking when that body fucking he's doing chest compressions on this guy, and the guy's entire chest opens up, sprouts teeth, and like because he's doing chest compressions, his hands go inside the man, and the body bites the guy's arms off up to like the elbow. It's so fucking crazy.
I've got my 3.
It was spooky.
They're not going to be great. People make fun, but here it is: Endgame, Indecent Proposal, a movie I didn't even enjoy, but I was really impressed with how much it made me feel, like it moved me, and the first Paranormal Activity, another one, not a cinematic great, but it scared me, like it moved me, and that's what impresses me, and that's what I guess I'm judging it by right now.
In theaters, that scared the shit out of me. Like, it scared me more than I let on to the people I was with, where they're like everybody's jumping, and I'm just kind of like, haha. Bitch.
That didn't scare me.
Some of that Paranormal Activity just had me completely engaged and wrapped up and vulnerable to what it was trying to do to me.
Yeah.
So good movie.
It's a very good movie. I thought it was excellent too. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah, sad as fuck.
I was going.
Heard of it, I'm not sure.
If Indecent Proposal made you feel something, and for you that sounds like it sounds like what you're going by, like what makes a movie good is a movie that can make you feel something and have like an actual reaction to it. And all 3 of those you named have done that for you. I know because we talk about Captain America picking up the hammer and that triumphant music, and you get kind of choked up, but you're pumped. And then Indecent Proposal, the sort of emotional shattering that putting yourself in his shoes, the whole indecent proposal, as it were. And then what did you say your third one was?
Endgame, is that the one?
You did Endgame, Indecent Proposal, and Paranormal Activity. And obviously Paranormal Activity, you have this visceral reaction. Your heart is literally pounding. That scared me so much when I watched that.
I have another
Requiem
one.
for a Dream will fit right in there for you if you watch that.
I'm going to write that down. I might.
Oh yeah. But let me know right after the moment you finish it.
There's another. I forget the name of it, but I'm positive you guys will know it. Clint Eastwood is in there, and he's coaching a female boxer.
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby had an impact on me too. That was like triumphant and sad, and
it's like Old Yeller with a white chick.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. There was a scene in there, like it worked on me to illustrate how passionate she was about this dream. She's learning boxing footwork, and she's a waitress. So she's waiting tables this way, never crossing her feet. Like her whole movement around the restaurant was proper boxing footwork because it had consumed her life and it was her passion. And it was really good. It was a really, really good movie. So
great movie. Yeah. Clint Eastwood makes some real fucking. He's got another one coming out. Dude's like 90, and I think he's working on a new film.
I think we've talked about it before.
That's the Mule that you're probably thinking of, but like, and that was like last year's movie. He's got the Richard Jewell movie. So that's the Centennial Olympic Park bombing, the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. Ooh. And Richard Jewell found the bomb, and he saved everyone. He was like, "There's a fucking bomb here! Everybody run!" And like they sent the bomb squad in, they defused the bomb, and dozens, potentially hundreds of people don't get killed and maimed at the Olympics. And the first thing they do is they're like, "So you found the bomb, huh? Lucky you. Why'd you do it?" He's like, "Whoa, wait, what? Wait." You're gonna love this little tidbit of trivia. The guy playing Richard Jewell, Taylor, remember the Juggalos for Life episode of It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
That's him.
No.
He's the Juggalos for Life kid. Yeah, he's some kind of juggler. No, I'm a juggalo. I think they're putting in Robert Downey Jr. for an Oscar, man.
For what?
Really? For Endgame?
Yeah. Oh. I think it seemed like they didn't want to do it. Disney wasn't. The article says Disney is submitting the Avengers. Oh, I misread that because it was like a shortened URL. Disney is submitting the Avengers Endgame cast for an Oscar consideration. Best Supporting Actor, and they're basically all of them. Everybody from Robert Downey Jr. to Don Cheadle. They're submitting everyone now that I look at it. So
it was Scorsese, right, who said that the Marvel movies weren't cinema.
He did.
That to me is the ultimate okay boomer. Like, if you're not making movies in the style of Taxi Driver like I did in the 70s, it's not really even a movie. That's a TV show or something. I don't know. Okay, boomer.
So the way I see it, the Marvel movies are popcorn movies. When you start talking about what a good movie is, I think you need to. I think that's too. You're giving too much. It's too much of a blank statement. So like when we talked about movies earlier, you interpreted that as which movies do you like a lot? Which movies affected you a lot? And you gave excellent answers because they were honest answers. Like when I try. The move for me, I'm thinking I took it as what are the greatest films ever created by people, and that's what I gave. And they are some of my favorite films, but I also like some popcorn movies, man. I really love Super Troopers. I like Dumb and Dumber. I don't put them up as the greatest movies of all time, but I think there's a lot of roles and a lot of movies that don't get any Oscar consideration, and it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit that you never see horror movies up there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even follow the Oscars, and I know that meme.
I thought that that first Conjuring movie, I thought that should have been nominated for something, sound design or fucking special effects or maybe not an acting performance, maybe just best movie. It was amazing. I don't remember what won that year. Probably something much better. Recently, that movie about the girl fucking the fish man won.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that, but I do remember that.
I heard that was very dumb.
To me, I wonder if Scorsese's watched enough of these movies to have an informed opinion. Like, I think there's a chance he hasn't. And when I think of in Endgame, for example, I don't look at the special effects. I look at the special effects just supporting a story. When Captain America got that hammer, sure, it looked like a real hammer flew through the air. And like, that's great. But it wasn't the effect of it that got me. It was what it did to the storyline that got me. When Robert Downey Jr. did his thing at the very end, it wasn't the look of the glove that got me. It was, what the character did and the completion of his arc. That's cinema to me.
Yeah, I look at them differently. I don't think it was the best movie of the year. I think it's a popcorn movie. I enjoyed it.
Which
I liked it a lot.
Which one do you think might be the best movie? Can you name a better one? Maybe Joker for you. Maybe you like Joker more.
I didn't watch a lot of movies this year. But I would have to really think about it and sit down and do some thinking. Joker's really high up there for me.
There was Tarantino did a movie and I didn't watch it. Do you remember the name?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was locked up when that came out, so I'm waiting on that to come out on Blu-ray so I can watch it then.
It can't be as bad as Hateful Eight. I was looking forward to Hateful Eight, and that was just not.
I think I like that more than you. I think I saw it twice.
It's 30 minutes too long.
Very much, yeah.
It's 30 minutes too long, and there were some choices that I thought weren't great storytelling wise. That may be the first movie. The girl who has been editing for him like forever. I think maybe she passed away and she wasn't part of the editing process for that movie. And you can get into some film nerd stuff here, but there's a part where they do the flashback and they reveal that that one character is down below the floorboards, and it really takes away from it's not necessary because right after that he's into the story. Like they should have just revealed him rather than using that whole flashback scene. It's about 30 minutes too long. I really like the whole Domergue storyline. I thought she did a wonderful job. She looks so nasty and she's so uncouth and spitting that blood and like taking a punch like a fucking champ. It's great. I thought Kurt Russell's character was very good. Sam Jackson's whole story about mouth raping that guy's son, great, powerful. But then it kind of lagged in other parts. I thought Christoph Waltz would have done a better job in the role of the British character.
I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, they look a lot alike. I mean, you could tell he was like doing his best Christoph Waltz impression. His name's escaping right now, but he's been in a lot of Tarantino movies. He was in the opening scene for Pulp Fiction. But yeah, it was about 30 minutes too long.
I thought the other movie was 32 minutes long, starring DiCaprio. Similar time frame.
Oh, The Revenant? Oh, The Revenant. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was 30 minutes too long.
Not movie.
That's that's the whole premise of that movie. We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. Is like that was the first time the cavalry had transitioned, post World War II into the sort of the air cavalry. Yeah, that's a good fucking movie.
Yes.
When he tries to drag that guy off the battlefield and the guy's been napalmed and all the meat slides off his legs like a fucking barbecue rib. Ooh. You don't heal from that.
No.
I forget which one it was. I think it was his like gunny sergeant, like his second. He didn't have a gun. And they're like, "Don't you want a gun?" And he's like, they're going to be all over the place in no time at all. Fuck.
If they get to me, it's over anyway. He just had that pistol. He had that 1911. That guy's a good actor.
Pick up a gun and use it? I thought
at one point, like he was like, "If I must," and, like kills a guy. Yeah, it's a good fucking movie. Mel Gibson movies are almost always good. What's the worst Mel Gibson movie?
Passion of the Christ.
Oh no!
I just said that. I haven't actually even seen it.
It's powerful. Like you don't have to be religious to be like, fuck, just kill him or let him go. Pick one. Pick one. They're just like, all right, now let's whip him even harder. I was whipping as hard as I could, sir. Well, give me a bigger man and a bigger whip too. And they just all day they're just beating the shit out of this guy. Just worse and worse. And he's just like, bring it on.
I watched recently the South Park from when The Passion of the Christ came out.
Oh god.
And Cartman uses it to like try and get Nazis going again.
Oh god.
Like, and the Jews, they're the ones who killed Jesus, and they killed Jesus, and like he gets like a big group of people who all love the Passion, and they think it's all about like reinstilling Christian values and things. And he's like,
Yeah.
he's standing up there in like a Hitler suit and like nobody's catching on. And he's like, when I say, shooting the Juden at Reichen, you say, and they're like, oh, that must mean like Jesus is the bomb. Like, is that Arabic? Oh, that's Arabic. Yeah, that means praise Christ for all time. And then it's Cartman marching through the street going, "Ich shoote den Juden aus Reichen." And they're going, "I shoot the Juden aus Reichen." And it's just like,
which I think means the Jews killed Christ.
I don't know, but they're all like, "Oh, yeah, praise Christ, praise Christ."
Yeah.
South Park has some
It's good
bangers.
this year. This whole China thing, like, kind of, I bet the season wouldn't have been nearly as good if China hadn't banned them. Now they have somebody to fuck with. Now they have somebody to like go after. Like when that happened, they're like, these write themselves now. Although I hated the Halloween episode and wasn't.
I didn't see the Halloween. I haven't seen. I saw the first two, I think. But the good thing about them being able to go after China, I would imagine, is that's a target that you can say whatever you want and nobody's going to get upset. There's not an interest group here that's going to be like, hey, be cool to Xi Jinping.
Yeah, LeBron James would get upset.
Okay, well, they made fun of LeBron, didn't they?
Yeah, they went right after him.
They literally, didn't Cartman say exactly word for word Cartman's, LeBron's excuse?
Yeah, it's a meme. I go to the NBA subreddit, and I can't quote it very well, but you know how they do a thing where they change like 5% of the LeBron quote, and they reply. It happens all the time now. Like, you know, people could get hurt emotionally and physically. Like they just do the whole thing, but it's
just now it's copy pasta. Yeah.
Did you see Randy killing Winnie the Pooh?
They rephrase it for the situation.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Randy killing Winnie the Pooh?
No. I'll watch an episode or two after this if I'm.
Yeah, you got at least one more good one ahead of you. It's did you see Randy go to China?
I saw him go to China when he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my weed. That's integrity," and they just take him and throw him in Chinese
He goes,
prison.
"Marijuana," and they're just like, "Oh, very illegal," and then they throw him in that horrible prison. I love when he's sitting there and he looks over, and that guy just takes the most uncomfortable squat shit in that hole in the floor, and then he looks out the window, and the guard just blows a prisoner's brains out for no fucking reason. It's dark. They're not pulling any punches.
Yes.
Yeah, it's real fucked up, and they're banned in China now. I wonder how easy it is if you're in China to, like, if you wanted to watch it, to make that happen.
Probably super easy with the internet. Like, could they get a VPN?
I don't know the answer to that question.